Imagine this. You look up at the sky, just like you've done thousands of times before. Stars, silence, infinity. But what if that's not all there is? What if the universe has a boundary? And even more terrifying, what if there's something beyond it? A question no one thinks about. We're used to believing that the universe is infinite, or at least that it doesn't have an edge in any familiar sense. But let's pause for a second. Every system we know has boundaries. Planets, stars, even galaxies like the Milky Way. So why should the universe be the exception? What does the edge of the universe mean? It's not a wall, not a dome, and not an end where you crash into something physical. The edge of the universe is a boundary of space-time, a point beyond which there is no distance, no time, not even the concept of where. But here's the real question. If there is a boundary, can there be an outside? You decide to find out. Imagine you have a ship, the fastest one you could possibly imagine. You start flying, past planets, past stars, past galaxies. You leave the Milky Way behind, then galaxy clusters, then the vast empty voids between them. And you keep going, millions of years, billions. And one day, you notice something has changed. Space begins to behave strangely at first. It's barely noticeable. Stars become rarer. Light fades. Then, you realize it's not about distance. Space itself is changing. It becomes unstable, as if the fabric of reality is being stretched to its limit. The last objects. At some point, you pass the last galaxy, the last star, the last photon of light, and after that, there is only darkness, but not the kind of darkness you know. This isn't the absence of light. It's the absence of everything. You approach the boundary. Your instruments begin to fail. Distance stops making sense. Time loses stability. Clocks tick unevenly. Signals never return. And you realize you're close. You see it at first, it looks like nothing. But then, you notice a distortion. Not an object, not a shape, but something like the edge of reality itself. As if space ends and something else begins. The most terrifying realization. You understand something. This is not empty space, because emptiness is still part of the universe. And here, there isn't even emptiness. What lies beyond? And now comes the hardest part. If you try to imagine what's out there, your mind breaks. Because every thought you have depends on space, time, the laws of physics. But outside might have none of these. Or it might be something we are simply not capable of understanding. You decide to keep moving forward, slowly, very slowly. And at some point, you cross it. 11. Everything disappears. There's no explosion, no light, no sound. Just everything that made reality real disappears. Distance, time, direction, even you. You still exist, or do you? And here's the strangest part. You somehow still feel conscious, but there's no body, no movement, no where or when. Only pure awareness, with nothing to hold on to. And then you realize you didn't just leave the universe. You left the system in which existence is even possible. Final thought, and here's the question. If there is an outside, then maybe our universe is just a small part of something much bigger, ending, and maybe right now, you're looking up at the sky without even realizing that it's not infinity, but simply the inside.